Hello YouTube. I just thought I'd make a quick little tour of my shop and show you kind of where I'm working and what I'm working out of and what I'm working on these days. Right here is just my main toolbox. This is where I keep the majority of my tools. Kind of showed a quick tour of what I had in it. Um, Up top I just have a TV. Makes it a little nicer being in here for a good chunk of the day. You can watch either TV or I can watch YouTube or whatever I feel like, put some music on, listen through there. Over here, this was my old main box, and it actually holds a fair bit of tools actually. Pretty much everything that came out of that ended up filling my Snap-on box there. A little disappointed in Snap-on for that. I just figured there was going to be a little bit more room than there was, but the price was right, so that's what I went with. Beside that, it's just a little roll cart. That's usually kind of what I work out of when I'm working on something. Either just the tools I'm using at that particular moment in time and parts, I just kind of put them on there. Just keeps me a little bit more organized. I guess we'll start with this car. This right here is a 92 Volkswagen GTI. I've got the transmission pulled out of it. I thought I had an input shaft seal leaking on it, so I went to pull the transmission. As I pulled the transmission, actually ended up finding the CV flange had a clip had popped off and flange had pulled out and took the seal out, so it was leaking. So we got the transmission right here. So I'm just in the process. I'll clean it off here and reseal it. That was what I originally thought was the culprit, so that's why I pulled the transmission. But as I pulled it, you can see a flange here. It's supposed to be one on the other side too, and it's not. See, it's right here, and I don't know if you can see with the light, but there's a little clip in there that's supposed to hold it on to the shaft inside the transmission here, and well, it let go and kind of popped off and took out that seal. So I actually have those seals on hand, so I'll probably refresh that later this afternoon or maybe next weekend. We'll see how I'm feeling. So actually, this is kind of a desk. I don't usually keep it in this corner, but I was working on, or decided I was going to go kind of check out this Mini. I've actually had it for a number of years. The car itself hasn't been on the road since 1984. It's got about 50,000 original kilometers on it, so there isn't any rust, which is highly or usually not typical for these old English cars. My area that I grew up in, where this car is from, they didn't start using salt probably until the mid to late 80s, so they stood up a little bit better, but unfortunately British cars aren't exactly known for the reliability, and this, from what I could tell, because I drove it for a little while, about 15 years ago, and it had carburation issues, and while being a teenager at the time, I didn't have the money to fix it, and some hydraulic issues with both the master brake cylinder and the master clutch cylinder, so they actually need to be replaced. There's a little bit of corrosion on the cylinders, and you could rebuild them, but it didn't last very long, so just kind of life got busy, didn't get a real chance to work on it. But it's definitely a very nice candidate for restoration. It was almost a survivor, but yeah, it's had a couple little bings ever since I've had it. Someone dropped a garbage can on this fender over here, and I don't know if I can save that without wrecking the paint, and kind of a few other things. The paint's pretty tired now. I tried buffing it up one time, and it actually buffed up half decent, but I think it'd be nice just to give it a nice fresh coat of paint and maybe a hot engine. That'd be kind of my dream. These late 70s minis. There's nothing overly special about them, other than just the nostalgia of the car. This is being a Canadian car. It's got the ugly big bumpers on it, so I'd like to get rid of those. Kind of have for the crash test, but they're really actually quite useless. When I pull the front off, it's missing a couple pieces or whatever to put a chrome bumper on it. But yeah, so this was gonna be a winter project. I was hoping to kind of freshen it up some and make it into a neat little bomb around car, but I ended up picking up a rally car instead, and so that's kind of the priority shifted again on that one. So then, yeah, I just got a couple of jacks here, little aluminum Princess Auto jack, but they go on sale and they actually work really well. That poor jack there's been to hell and back. It's been all across the country and different projects to pick up a car here or rescue another one. Yeah, just to go back to this desk here, yeah, I've got it on little furniture dollies there so I can move it around and free up a lot of space to work on in the shop here. This here is just my kind of power tool box and miscellaneous pliers and stuff like that. So stuff in here, you know, I can grab what I need for the electric impact stuff and the screwdrivers, but I'm not into it all the time. So and then, yeah, I just got there's actually a wood burning stove in the back there, but the weather's starting to get a little bit warmer, so I'll just stick to the natural gas heat for now. It gets a little too roasty. Another project in the back there is I've got a new compressor, or new to me I should say. The thing's been around for a long time, but it requires 3-phase power. I don't have that installed in service here yet, but that'll be a project maybe over the summer. We'll see how busy life gets. I'm not really looking forward to the noise the compressor makes. I'm trying to figure out a way if I can get it outside somehow so I don't have to listen to it. That's kind of my bugbear. And behind just some parts for this other Mini that I'm working on. It's actually in the process of getting a clutch, or at least that was kind of what we originally suspected it was, but it's got a couple oil leaks, so I'm waiting on parts for this one to come in. But yeah, I'm a little isolated here, so they're not parts that I can just go down to the store and pick up. They have to order them in, wait for them to come in, so it's on the back burner for right now. There's the transmission there. I guess we'll pull the clutch out and just kind of give you an idea of what it looks like here. But yeah, it's pretty much fried. Looks like it had a main engine seal was leaking on it, and so it was slipping. But it's actually my mom's car, so she drives it pretty gingerly, so it lasted a long time like that. But yeah, it's not a great big shop, but managed to get a fair bit in here, and it lets me do quite a bit of work. And over the years, I've accumulated a small collection of tools here, so I just thought I'd show you guys what I'm working on. And if you have any questions or want me to go into further detail on anything, let me know. And I will let you know. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you in the next one.